Hello and welcome to tonight's masterclass on molecular hydrogen. My name is Stephanie Dawn, and I'm very excited to be here with you tonight. We are going to be going over what is molecular hydrogen, what is the LumiVitae CellPower device that has taken my life and many of us who are here, our lives by storm as we work to not only remedy diagnoses, but also just prevent all kinds of health issues in our lives. So we're also going to be talking about a brand new product that LumiVitae just launched, which are some incredible molecular hydrogen NAD fusion tablets. And then we're going to be talking about the business of LumiVitae and the invitation that we have for you tonight. So we're very excited to be here with you. And let me share a little bit with you about my life and what brought me here. So I am recovering from a stage 4 cancer diagnosis, metastasized breast cancer to the bones. And I found molecular hydrogen, water, gas, IVs, and all that about a year and a half ago. And I was really struck by the science that really backed up how it could help someone like me. But not just me, I was also struck by the myriad and varied ways that molecular hydrogen is just incredible for human health. And I got really excited. Um, and then the device that was sold to me by my doctor in Scottsdale, Arizona, I found out he'd bought it off of Amazon. And I didn't know any better and said, great. And then I found out that the electrolysis process to create molecular hydrogen can be very dirty and can leach heavy metals into the water. Well, I had taken great pains and many, many months and spent a lot of money to remove heavy metals from my body. And I certainly didn't want them going into the water that I was going to be drinking every day. So when I found the LumiVitae CellPower device, I was blown away by the design. Isn't she sexy? And also the inner workings of it all, and the clean, pure aspect, which my colleague Colette's going to be getting into in a moment, of how this is designed and how the water that goes in is the water that comes out plus molecular hydrogen. No nasty heavy metals. So I've been drinking from this device for the last year and a half, and I am in recovery from a stage 4 cancer diagnosis. And I do credit the drinking of this every single day with my ability to recover in a very rapid way. And then the other aspect of my story that is meaningful for someone of my age. I just turned 60 in January, and I am absolutely blown away by how my skin looks. I guess, was it last summer? Yeah, last summer. I hadn't really been paying attention to my skin or really how the molecular hydrogen was helping me until August. And that's when I talked to my oncologist, and he told me that I was healing very rapidly. And I was like, I think the molecular hydrogen might have something to do with it. And then my skin, my mom was looking at my skin one day, my arms, when I was driving, and she goes, "Look at your arms." And I was like, "What about them, mom?" And she said, oops, she said, "Oh, Steph, your skin looks beautiful." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." And keep in mind, she's 84, right? So nice skin is probably a lot more meaningful to her than it was to me at that point, somebody who was battling cancer and dealing with chemotherapy and everything. And so, but I was struck by how they looked, to be honest with you. And I'm looking at them, and I'm driving, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, "Oh my God, mom, do you know what we're looking at?" And she said, "What?" And I said, "A hydrated body." So for most of my adult life, I had experienced incredibly dry skin all over my arms and all over my shins, just like flaky skin, like it was really bad. And so that is not the case anymore. My body is deeply hydrated. And when a body is deeply hydrated, everything works better. And what I've learned through working with LumiVitae is that um, dehydration is rampant here in the United States and beyond, and that dehydration creates inflammation. And as we know, many of us know, inflammation is the precursor to disease, serious disease. So, and Colette's going to be diving a little bit more deeply into all of that, but just wanted to share my story with you at the top here, and then we'll have some more stories. But let me introduce to you my dear colleague, Colette Schnabel. She is known as the biohacking mama. She's a mother of two, and Colette knows about all things good with a capital G. All right. And actually, Colette was one of the first people that I connected with to LumiVitae. I'm like, oh, she's doing this. It's got to be good. Because Colette has made a life of finding the most amazing biohacking products and therapies and ways in which we can really be supporting ourselves to maintain our health through these incredibly toxic times that we find ourselves living through on planet Earth. So without further ado, take it away, Colette.
Awesome. Thank you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Stephanie, for sharing your beautiful story. And you are radiant. I have when I got to see Stephanie in April, when quite, I think it was like 23 of us all together in Utah for a retreat, for a woman who's overcome so much, you would never know. Like, just radiant from the inside out. She has this porcelain skin. Her hair is so thick and luscious, like she says, and she is just super, super vibrant. So I love to hear her story, and I just love to be able to share this amazing technology and the science behind what molecular hydrogen is and why so many of us are drawn to this, specifically this company and this movement of what we're creating here with inside LumiVitae. So I'm going to do a little presentation for you. And if there are any questions, please feel free to put them into the chat and we will save time to answer them at the end. All right? Let me get this all up for you guys now. Presentee. Oop. All right. So, like Stephanie said, we are here to represent a beautiful company called LumiVitae. Many of us have been here from the very beginning. Ground floor opportunity was presented to us, and some of us didn't know anything about it. Some of us had a tie to the CEO and knew that we wanted to be part of something revolutionary, and that's why we aligned with her. And for me personally, I was asked to come on board summer of 2023. I had just finished Dave Asprey. Maybe you've heard of him. He's known as the godfather of biohacking. He has a very large biohacking conference, and I had just finished, and my good friend, doctor, said, Colette, you need to be part of this project. It has something to do with molecular hydrogen and frequencies. And my mind, being in a business mindset, went straight back to that conference I was at. And I was like, well, there was nothing like that there. So I'm like, tell me more. And so I'm here tonight to tell you guys more of why I was super, super excited. And like Stephanie said, I want to know the best of the best. I love to research. I love to do due diligence, but I also love to connect to the soul. And I love to connect with a founder's story and really be part of something that's going to be making a huge change in the world. So let's start with this beautiful quote that says, molecular hydrogen has the potential to revolutionize medicine as we know it. Just like Stephanie says, and her personal experience, we are seeing this, and actually it's being used inside hospitals and other places around the world. America, for some reason, is just a little beyond the times, not caught up yet. Um, and so there is a hidden crisis happening out there, and it is that the world is chronically dehydrated. About 75% of the world is chronically dehydrated. And we also have other stressors that are out there, oxidative stress and inflammation that is affecting so much of us out there. I mean, put a one in the chat if you feel like you got a little bit of extra stress in your life right now. And also, just so maybe you're not aware, but oxidative stress and inflammation are actually linked to almost every single major disease out there. Right? Yes, I do. I see some ones, Jenny. One. Right? And stress doesn't have to be like a mental thing. There's a lot of external factors that are creating that stress in our lives. There is the pollution in the air. There is the pesticides in the food. There is all of the toxic things that we're putting on top of our body out there, along with think like 5G and things, whatever is up there and affecting us from receiving the light from the sun. But let's go back to the very beginning. And in the beginning, there was hydrogen. hydrogen is actually the first thing that created the spark of life. That's the birth of stars that, was abundant here on Earth until man came in and did the man things. Molecular hydrogen actually is a really, really powerful tool that can turn, that can turn water into a powerful wellness tool. It helps you to combat that dehydration and that oxidative stress that is really affecting the human population right now. So how does molecular hydrogen work within the body? So molecular hydrogen, or H2, which I'll probably continue to call it moving forward, is known as the miracle molecule for a reason. With an innate intelligence, it seeks out and neutralizes the most harmful free radicals in the body. This helps cleanse your blood and your lymphatic system, supporting overall cellular health and balance. Because what we really want is our body to be in a bioharmonized state, to be in a constant state of balance, and we're not having to fight it and encourage it to constantly be changing. Well, H2 also has the power to reach your brain. Because it is the smallest molecule in the universe, which means that it can cross the blood-brain barrier. That's something that very few substances can do. So once it's inside, it helps to protect your brain cells by reducing that oxidative stress. It helps and calming your inflammation. That are two key factors behind brain aging and dysfunction. And research suggests it may support the conditions of Alzheimer's, dementia, anxiety, ADHD, and even autism by improving energy in the brain cells, balancing the neurotransmitters, and promoting clear mental focus. With daily use, many report feeling more focused, calm, and mentally sharp without the side effects. It's actually nature's way of supporting a clear and vibrant mind. So put a 2 in the chat if maybe you have already been consuming molecular hydrogen and you're feeling some of these new calm feelings. Maybe you actually have a more capacity to do more throughout the day. Well, H2 is also a very smart antioxidant. It acts as a selective antioxidant, targeting only the most harmful free radicals in the body, especially the hydroxyl radical. This radical is the most damaging molecules we can produce. It attacks our DNA, proteins, and cells, and it's contributing to our aging and disease. So unlike traditional antioxidants that neutralize all radicals, including the helpful ones, hydrogen is very intelligent. That's why it's called the miracle molecule or the God molecule. It only neutralizes the bad, restoring balance without interfering with the body's natural healing process. This means the body can function more efficiently, reducing the need for excessive supplements and supporting deeper, more natural wellness. So for me, and what I really love is I like to make less to have to do in my life. I don't want to have to walk around with a supplement bag of like 30 things that I have to remember to take throughout the day. I want something to be simple, and I want whatever I help other mothers and families do to be as simple as possible as well. It also boosts cellular energy and recovery. Hydrogen supports the creation of ATP, the energy currency of your cells. This can lead to a better stamina, faster recovery, and increased energy. It's trusted by athletes, biohackers, and wellness lovers alike for enhancing performance and clarity without any artificial stimulants. But maybe we have some people here watching tonight that are big into performance and maybe big into fitness, or maybe you consider yourself as an athlete. Well, H2 actually helps reduce muscle fatigue. It lowers your lactic acid and speeds up recovery. It helps you train harder, recover faster, and stay mentally sharp. Whether you're sprinting, lifting, or pushing the limits, hydrogen helps you go that extra mile with less stress on the body. Actually, last night I was at the beach and I have not worked out in a while. I used to love to work out all the time, and I just have not gotten back into that routine. And I was not prepared for this workout we were going to be doing. And I did over 100 squats yesterday in the sand, and I didn't even feel like I did anything today. And, because I made sure I was having that hydrogen the whole afternoon and evening while I was there. So, I mean, it just works that quickly as well. And I've heard this from bodybuilders too, that they didn't think that they lifted hard enough that day. What can it do for your gut health and your immunity? Well, your gut is like your second brain, and I believe many of us here know that. And hydrogen has your back. It promotes a healthy gut microbiome, it soothes the inflammation, and it helps those dealing with IBS, Crohn's, and autoimmune challenges. Plus, it boosts your immune cells, helping you stay strong from the inside out. Longevity and anti-aging. And I believe that many of us would love to have a longer expectancy in life. And I don't want to just live a long time. I want to be vibrant and thriving as I age. And so hydrogen reduces oxidative stress and inflammation at a cellular level, two of the biggest drivers of aging. By protecting your cells and DNA, it supports smoother skin, better energy, and long-term wellness. It's like youth in a molecule, helping you age with grace and vitality. But you don't have to take it from me. The good thing about this, we have science on our side. And there has been over 3,000 publications of how hydrogen has been researched and looked at, and over 200 disease models. And what does that mean? 200 diseases could be alleviated by proper hydration through molecular hydrogen. And again, let's go back to remembering that inflammation starts with dehydration, and inflammation is the start of all diseases. So if we are just properly hydrated, we can potentially let the offset of any of these diseases to be setting in. You can use a great resource from the molecularhydrogeninstitute.org to look at research studies, or you can just Google. Maybe you have something you're wanting to know if hydrogen benefits that. Just do a little Google and see what comes up. These are some other great things that it's protective. It's anti-cancerous, it's neuroprotective, hormonal balancing, anti-aging, mental health, gut health. It's also great for balancing the insulin levels for someone that potentially has diabetes. And so how are we having this? So like Stephanie showed you, our beautiful, sexy liquid light vessel. So this is a certified device. So anytime, and like Stephanie said, the one that she had was, I think, and maybe you got yourself Amazon, Stephanie, or wherever your doctor got it from. I know many people have had this. I know Diana, when I met her, she's like, look at mine. And she got one off Amazon. It was kind of cloudy. And I've talked to other people at conferences, like, yeah, I had a hydrogen bottle, but it tastes like chlorine. I'm like, well, I hope you stop drinking out of that. And the reason is because when you make hydrogen, you also make other byproducts in this form of electrolysis. So you want to make sure that the money you are investing is done in a certified device. So ours is certified by the IHSA. So always make sure that you do your due diligence looking into anything that you're investing your money in to make sure that you are not wasting. Now, how does this device work? So down here in the base is where the hydrogen is created. You can see the bubbles come up where the water is. But also in the base is 8 tiny magnets that are in a ring, and that is creating a very small magnetic field, like a toroidal field. So the water will go down and in, and it's being structured by this magnetic field, just like how the earth is being protected by the magnetic field, just how we can go outside and put our feet in the ground and support ourselves that way. It's creating what we would like to call a blue zone water. Maybe you've watched that documentary of how all these people just tend to be, living a more vibrant life in these certain blue zone pockets around the world. We have the amazing chromotherapy effects, the 7 different colors you could choose based off of your mood, your chakras, and then the lid itself. This is my favorite piece because I am a huge lover of frequencies. It's actually what really changed my life 5 years ago. And so the lid here creates 3 different frequency programs that you, oh, just 1 second. 3 different frequency programs that you can choose to influence and imprint in your water. Energy and mood boosting, great for the morning. Recovery after a workout or at the end of the day once that oxidative stress start building. And then LumiVitae, which means light of life. This is frequencies of sun. So like that life force that the sun provides. So when you have the energy from the frequencies in the lid, the water in here, and then the magnetism in the base, it's the 3 things that our body physically and energetically need to stay in a coherent state. But just a few weeks ago, we launched a brand new product. It's patented, a unicorn product, a first of its kind, and specifically only for the United States market. This product is called LVQ Plus. It stands for Liquid Vitality Chi. Now, this is a hydrogen tablet you will drop into your water that has an NAD fusion. So maybe some of you have heard about NAD, people going and getting IV drips or maybe injecting into their body. Those can be costly. It can also be a much larger molecule that can't be received fully through your cells. And again, at LumiVitae, we're wanting our body to be working in a positive way and actually doing what it's supposed to be doing instead of putting things in. And so we are actually utilizing a formulation to encourage the body to naturally make the NAD. We're not putting NAD into the body. Again, another certified product, certified by the IHSA, but as you can also see, it's halal certified, it's keto friendly, it's soy friendly, it's vegan friendly, it's all of these amazing things, GMO free, and it creates more of a macro dose of hydrogen. One thing I did not cover is that any form of supplementation, nutrition that you are doing will be more bioavailability received into your cell membranes. The hydrogen acts as this beautiful carrier. And then also, if you're doing any other forms of modalities like frequency medicine or anything like that, you need big, juicy, saturated cells to be able to receive that information. So this is why we use hydrogen as an amazing carrier. So how are we increasing that NAD in the body? We are using nicotinamide riboside, or we're going to call that NR. This is the fuel for your cells. It's going to restore the vitality. It's a direct precursor to NAD, the molecule that your body needs for energy, repair, and cellular resilience. As we age, our NAD declines, leading into fatigue, slower recovery, and cellular breakdown. So most of us around the age is middle age, like 35, 40, we've already lost about 40% of the NAD in our body. So the LVQ NR is going to help you rebuild the NAD levels naturally, boost your metabolism and your insulin sensitivity, support your brain health, and protect against cognitive decline, enhance muscle strength and recovery. Think of it as plugging your cells back into their power source. And also, as you're listening to some of these other things, it also sounds like what hydrogen was already helping you with. So it's just going to give you that extra boost of yumminess inside your body. So next we have resveratrol, nature's longevity code. This is a very powerful antioxidant from red grapes, mimics the effects of fasting and activates your body's built-in repair systems. So the resveratrol supports your sirtuin activation for longer life and cleaner cells. It has benefits for your heart health and by improving your blood flow, hormone balance and skin vitality, brain clarity, and neuroprotection. We use 98% pure trans resveratrol from Japanese knotweed with no fillers, just high impact cellular support. And then we have vitamin C, the amplifier of the antioxidants. More than an immune booster, vitamin C recycles antioxidants like vitamin E that helps protect the NAD and boosts your collagen naturally within inside the body. So the vitamin C is plant-derived and fermented. It's not the synthetic. It's gentle, effective, and bioactive. A synergist that enhances both hydrogen and the resveratrol effects within inside the body. So your body deserves this version. Your body deserves the version it recognized. So no petrochemicals that we're going to be using here inside any products with LumiVitae. Spermidine. Or spermine, which is on our box. It's for a cellular cleanup. It actually activates the autophagy within inside your body. It's a natural way to detox and help the renewal process. It's crucial for long-term health and cellular youth. It also promotes brain protection and cognitive clarity, heart health, inflammation reduction, immune balance, and skin rejuvenation. It's also really good for hair strengthening, strong nails as well. Ours is 99% pure from wheat germ, vegan, allergen-free, and deeply restorative. We have magnesium in here, the master mineral, and many of us are magnesium deficient in the world. So magnesium fuels over 600 of the body's processes from muscle function to sleep, detox, and energy production. It's sourced from the Dead Sea for rich natural potency, ionically optimized for maximum absorption, pure, natural, and non-synthetic. When you give your cells what they recognize, your whole body will start to respond. Vitamin B12. B12 is essential for energy, brain function, and DNA repair, but only in the right form. So we are using, oh my goodness, methylcobalamin. It's active and bioidentical form, so your body knows what we're putting in. It's vegan, gluten-free, and free of synthetic additives. This is also very safe for the MTHFR gene variants, if anyone has any concerns with that. Pure, clean energy, B12 as nature intended it for you to receive. So how can we get these products? Well, our flagship product, the CellPower device, is $498 in the United States with shipping and local taxes. We have a 2-year warranty. And I love to let people think about it in this way. If you were to just think of the 2 years, what you need to invest out of your pocket, that breaks down to about 68 cents a day. I mean, I don't know there's how much we can just find a few cents around the house to put away to put 68 cents so you can have this. It has a 21-day money back guarantee, and we actually have different payment plans now as well through Klarna and PayPal on our shop website. Um, and and then we have our tablets. So our tablets for 1 month are $88. We also have them on subscription for $79. And you could do a subscription of 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months. But we actually have some pretty amazing promotions going on right now. And I'm just going to go over those quickly before we go and have a special someone share, their experiences with hydrogen. So first we have this amazing promotion called the Lightning Bundle. So you will choose your CellPower device. We have it in a beautiful gold or graphite color. And then you will receive a free month of the LVQ, but you have to make sure that this is on subscription, okay? This is really amazing. So you get to have a bit of both to try. And I love them so much. Many of us, I think, are on about week 2 now of utilizing this LVQ Plus. And it is truly remarkable what we actually felt just after the first glass. And I'm going to say that it's not necessarily the NAD, it's the component of how it's balancing our nervous systems immediately. And this one right here, I love this pack so much. Father's Day is this weekend. And I don't know, some of us on here have businesses, we're coaches, or our own practices. This is great. You can get 2 bottles. And then you can get an LVQ triple pack or a trilogy pack for $144. Now, guys, a trilogy pack is normally $211, but when we launched this on May 25th, a few weeks ago, we had only 500 founders packs at $144. These sold out within hours. I actually remember being on the phone with a practitioner in California, and he was like, "Okay, I'm ready to go." And it was there and it was gone. And he missed out. So this is so amazing that they opened this back up for the world to be able to try this again in America. I'm going to stop the presentation now because I would love to allow someone to come on and share their journey of how they've been feeling with the products from LumiVitae. So if you'd like to share, please go ahead. Raise your hand.
I'll go ahead and raise
Okay,
my hand.
go girl.
All right. Well, with me, I have multiple testimonies, but I'll speak on myself and my daughter, which is my biggest testimony. Honestly, my daughter was diagnosed with a very rare autoimmune disease, and her bones supposed to be in constant pain, and she was supposed to take painkillers for the rest of her life and a bunch of supplements, just like, Colette mentioned. She used to take, I don't know, like 10 or 15 supplements. I used to have to carry this little thing to kind of remind myself to be constantly giving her things. And ever since I started her on this water bottle, not this water bottle, because that's the one I had from Amazon. Do not buy this. This was $50. She has stopped taking any supplements. She does not ask for any painkillers at all. And to me, that just speaks volumes. Just something so simple, like water. And I feel like kind of crying because I mean, she's a warrior and she would take anything and everything. But the fact that I can just simply give her water and her be able to live a normal life and not have any pain, to me, that's just magnificent. And with me, I have a story for myself, which is the recovery rate. I started going to the gym the other day, and like Colette said, my personal trainer just putting weights on me and more weights on me. He's like, you're just coming and you're like not feeling anything. And I'm like, well, I feel great. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, just molecular hydrogen. Like I have no pain in my muscles. There's nothing. And my mother also as well, she's a total skeptic. She's a doctor. She recently started taking the water as well for her arthritis. And just on Mother's Day last month, she was talking about it to a complete stranger, and to me, that's also validation that this is truly magnificent. And just recently, I started taking these. And to be honest, I was a little kind of like, when I heard first Cindi heard her saying her testimony and how blissful it was, I'm like, ah, that sounds way too good to be true. But just today, I was just as giddy, and happy because I took this and I was doing laundry and my energy was just off the roof. Actually, I'm still all fully energized, and my mood, honestly, it's very, very subtle. My mood and my brain fog have absolutely just disappeared. So, just something as simple as water with this little molecule has absolutely transformed my mood, my energy, my clarity, and reduced the pain in my daughter's life. I mean, it's priceless. I'm very, very grateful for the creators of these devices and these tablets, because they're literally turning water into wellness, and that is fully amazing. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to share that, and thank you, ladies, for those that I invited for being here, because yes, it's absolutely chills. I feel like crying because this is something that I wasn't sharing in the past as much as I am doing now. And I just feel like if I wouldn't be doing that, I'd be doing everybody a disservice. So I'm here to serve and light up the world. So you guys have to try this.
Beautiful. Great, Diana. Thank you so much. Such a touching story about your baby girl. I love it. And Colette, thank you so much for that deep dive into all the goodness that is here for us and what it all means and how it can benefit us. And so now I'd love to pivot to bring on another colleague of ours. This is someone who is going to share a little bit about what are we doing here with LumiVitae exactly. So her name is Cindi Kelly. She's very successful in the network marketing space. She has recently been tapped to be the head of USA Field Expansion. So not only do we get to work with her, but all the US distributors, the leaders are getting to work with her as she helps to grow this just really take it to the stars. So that's what we're up to. And Cindi, why don't you share a little bit more about what that means exactly? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys are making my job so easy. All I have to do is like have you guys talk about the product, have people like Diana come in and share their stories, and I just get to sit here and say, well, this is how we grow the United States. Like we just have these life-changing stories. Like I was literally at chills and I'm like, why am I having chills? I've heard her tell a story like 25 times, but every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh, we're changing lives with something so simple. It's so simple and so profound to be able to make that kind of a difference in somebody's life, especially your daughter, like for those of us that are parents, right? Like I can't, okay, I'm getting emotional. So let's focus on the business because that's what I'm here to do. Tell you why that we're here. Okay. So why are we here? Why are you here? Well, I hope you are here because somebody invited you and the person who invited you was inspired to have you be a part of this, listen to what we were doing, felt as though it was worth your time, and I hope you feel that it has been, to hear why this technology is really special, why these products are really special, why molecular hydrogen in general is really special, and hopefully why the community and the culture and the business that we're building together in this collective space is really special. So who are we calling in? We are calling in high vibe, purpose-led change makers who believe in abundance, who believe in wellness and the power of community. Because as you can see from all these beautiful ladies, the success is best when it is shared. And that goes for kind of all aspects of what I would consider wealth and abundance. That's our health, that's our story, our narrative, that's our wealth, our generational wealth. The things that we share and the things that we build together are so beautiful. And true health really is like the essential to living our best lives. And without pressures, society pressures, money pressures, when you just have access to all the things that you want, life is easier, right? I mean, I know that money doesn't buy happiness, but it doesn't take it away. And so, struggling takes it away. Feeling like you're always racing the clock and just trying to get ahead, that's pressure, right? So being part of a loving community and a powerful group of people that talk so much about the things that make us feel free is living a life of purpose, like a high vibe life with amazing humans. And so if that is resonating with you, then we're so glad you're here. If this speaks to you, you are exactly where you need to be. And it's co-creation. It's not one person. This is not about you having to do all the things. It's purposeful freedom. Freedom is such an important word, and it means so many different things because it kind of encompasses all the things, whether it's feeling free in our body, feeling free in our life, calling in freedom to be ourselves in our relationships, to feel like we can live our best selves. Like, it's really just what we're all here for. And together we have the opportunity to support one another, lift one another up, and build that. So our mission is to create the next evolution in technology and wellness. And I really love that for a reason, because I feel like in this world, like everything is kind of moving to this AI, like fast-paced, fast-generating kind of experience. And wellness is this sort of one thing that you can't really, like, you can't forget the fact that our bodies are not robots. Our bodies need what God and Mother Nature actually intended our bodies to have. And so we can move really, really fast in the technology space, which we do. But then there's a, kind of coming back to our roots with wellness, where we here at LumiVitae bring it all together, that core health, but also the advancements in technology at the same time. So 0.01% of companies achieve something very special that we have done, which is our first year, we had a $50 million evaluation, and we did that under complete female leadership. So I see women on here, but if there are any men, then you need to be really proud of us women, because it is a really big deal to kind of change the game, change that narrative, right? LumiVitae is changing the narrative. And whether you are a male or a female, we invite you to come here and change that narrative with us and show what strong, powerful women can do in this world. And one of the things we have right now that is really quite amazing is called OmniLight, right? And if you're here for the first time and you're wondering what the heck that is, we have just recently launched a promotion for the next 6 months called OmniLight. And it includes bonuses for all of you, if you so wish to collect them, where you can create a 6 or 7 figure income in the next 6 months, along with the launch of our beautiful tablets that the ladies have been talking about, and I don't know. So this is the most generous bonus that Lumi has ever offered, and we did this because it was a celebration of the launch of the United States. And it's only a one-time launch. It's a launch of our distribution center, of our new product, and really of the US shopping, like shopping in US dollars. We are now able to be paid in US currency. It's a really, really beautiful time, a special time. And it's not going to come around again. I don't know what the future will hold, but there is only one launch of the United States. And this is an opportunity to really kind of get your hands dirty and say, I want to be part of that. These are the bonuses that we have available. They're pretty big. So in the next 6 months, in addition to all the income that you can generate, which we're not going over the whole comp plan tonight, of course, get with the person that invited you here for details on that. But just to give you a little idea, if 30K, 100K, 300K, or 500K are something that you are excited about the possibility of creating, those are bonuses that are available between now and the end of the year. And we have a big event coming up in a couple weeks. It's the 28th and 29th. And so if you are on the Zoom, whether you are here because you are part of our community or you're here learning about this for the first time, we would love to invite you to our event in Florida, where we are going to have all of the ladies that you heard speaking tonight, as well as the amazing Taryn Lee, who is our owner and founder, Dr. Tyler LeBaron, who actually was the one that formulated these and is the owner of the Molecular Hydrogen Institute. Incredible. And it's going to be like an amazing wellness event where you can learn about all the products, learn about all the business, network, and really plug in and kind of claim your spot. We have Rob Sperry. If you guys are in the network marketing space, you know he's one of the leaders, the best trainers in the industry. And it's going to be an epic event for a very affordable price, plus fun. $144 is the price of the ticket, and we can get you the link, and we would love to see you there.
Woohoo! I'm going. I can't wait. Thank you, Cindi. So fabulous. Yeah, we're on a mission. We're on a mission to change lives. We're on a mission to uplift humanity by bringing more light into the world. And we do that by bringing molecular hydrogen into our bodies and into our cells. So if that turns you on, join us. We want you with us. And we are, we're a big team, and we're getting bigger every day, and we'll work with you. We'll teach you everything we know. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. Many blessings to you all. Thank you, Colette. Thank you, Cindi. Thank you, Diana. Mwah. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.